Oh, this is heavy. I gotta return these. And then the daily dose of Puggle. What's up, my boy? I did not think I would find you here. Just doing a hard day's work, right? I feel you, man. It's tough, but you know, someone's got to do it. All right, hey, hold down the fort, okay? I got stuff to do. What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. So today is more E92 stuff, and it's gonna be a good one because today I'm finally diving into everything wrong with my cheap E92. And you know what? I got a great deal on it, and it's an awesome car. But there's quite a few things wrong with it. Nothing major, but just things that, you know, for an E92 that is basically 10 grand, there's things that are wrong with it. And that's to be expected, right? It's not a perfect car. So I'm gonna go over that in this video and show you guys, these are the things that are wrong with this one. And if you find a cheap E92, possibly they'll be wrong with that as well. But these, I think they're gonna be a little more specific to mine. But anyway, we'll see. I have so much going on right now. So that's the one we're gonna take today. First things first, we gotta get a cold start. All right, so if this is the first video you're watching, this is my 2008 E92 M3 that I got for just over 10 grand. The reason being, it is high mileage. It has 173,000 miles. It never had the rod bearings done, and I just had them done literally a couple videos ago. So rod bearings are done. That's the only thing I was scared about when buying this car. There are a few things wrong with it. Now, with that being said, none of these things that are wrong with it actually stops me from being able to drive the car, but they are things that, you know, it's a high mileage car. It's an older car, it's a 2008, so there are things that are gonna be wrong with it, and I got it for just over 10 grand. So, I mean, it's gonna happen, but let me dive into it. We'll start with the interior. So, seats, everything like that is actually in really good shape. The first thing that I noticed is the wheel. The wheel has some pretty good peeling, and that's just from being in the sun. And that kind of goes along with the peeling is the roof. The roof is super set, or the headliner. It is saggy. It wants to come off. Part of the reason I kind of want to turn it into a race car, but I also just want to learn how to fix this because I've never dealt with anything like that. So those two things stood out to me immediately. Now, quick second or third, that little hole right there is supposed to contain the auxiliary port. Now, at first I thought someone stole it, something happened. Actually, you won't be able to see it, and I haven't fixed it yet because I want to do it all on camera, but it's actually down there. I found it the other night. I was digging around and it's actually in there. So that's good. That's not a bad thing. Then, this was a mystery. I was driving home when I first got it and wanted to put something in there. That does not open. The only way you can open it is if you get it in the state to where it's ready to open. No, not there, that's that one. And then you pry it open. There you go. So something behind there is stopping it from spring action, whatever it is. It's unable to open. Now moving down, I'm gonna keep that open actually because I want that in there. Shift knob, horrible condition. I'm gonna replace that along with the steering wheel anyway. So I'm not too concerned about either one of those, and I'm gonna do the same with the boot. So all those three will be replaced anyway. Let's see. Headliner, this. Oh, the door panels, the door sills, whatever, are kind of peeling a little bit. I mean, that's kind of not good. Like this piece right here is kind of peeling a little bit. Passenger side's in great shape. The seats themselves are in great condition. Back seats are in great condition. Honestly, that's it. There's really no, oh, I found this out the other night. This thing. Yeah, she's not really glued on there. And randomly there will be a fan noise that comes on from under the passenger side dash. So I'm thinking it's the blower motor. I've looked into it and it doesn't look like it's too expensive of a fix if I decide to fix, or when I decide to fix it. So that is there as well. And honestly, guys, that's really it for the interior. I mean, I could easily just not worry about any of this and just drive this thing and love it. This would get annoying because I do love to drive with my windows down, so that would get annoying. That's something that probably out of all the things I definitely would fix. The steering wheel does bug me, but you could live with that. The headliner, that screams like hoopty, you know what I mean? Like, nah, you gotta get that fixed. I've already priced out headliner material too. It's really not that bad. And I'm interested to do it because I've never done a headliner. Here, there's the blower fan. You hear that? That's gonna need to be replaced because that's annoying. So let's make our way to the exterior. All right, so moving to the exterior. The wheels are, I mean, they're standard 08 wheels. I learned this after I bought it. This is a limited edition color. It's sparkling graphite, I believe. So that's a really cool bonus. But starting from the front here, the front clip is actually in really good condition in terms of like rock chips and stuff. It is in really good shape. Like, it borderline looks like it had a repaint, but I see no signs of it being repainted. One of the first things I noticed though was this little hood vent, which not a big deal because I'm going to replace that. But if you look at both of these, the paint is starting to peel up around the hood vents. And I'm not sure if that's a common thing or not, because I would assume that might be a common thing with this car. I don't know, I can't imagine it just happening to this one. But the headlights, I'm not really in love with. They have like this tint. Maybe it was tinted at some point and now it has kind of like a yellow tint to it. Not really my favorite thing, but again, not a big deal. The tires themselves are actually in good, they have good tread, but if you look, there's this sidewall bolt, or you can tell it looks like it's been driven with low tire pressure. So that's not the greatest. I should probably get that fixed sooner than later. Then you have this little, looks like someone tried to pry their way in there, to be honest with you. So I'd like to replace that. There is this ding right here, which, there it is, now you can see it. I will get paintless dent to remove that because that kind of bugs me. Let's see. The roof, the carbon roof is in actually great shape, and I believe the guy I bought it from actually redid the carbon roof, had it kind of like resprayed. Then making our way to the back here. I mean, there's a few little like scratches like that. The emblems are pretty shot. I need to replace those. I think there's another ding somewhere around. Right here. You can see that. Yeah, right there-ish. Man, that thing sounds good though. Catless, it's had the cats removed. So let's see, there's that. Okay, when I bought it, the little gas plunger right here, the door plunger, wasn't there, so I had to pry this open. That was one of the first things I replaced just because I need to get gas, and that was a big pain in the butt. So I replaced that. This side of the car is really in good shape. The same thing with the rims. I mean, just kind of iffy condition. But I mean, that's expected, and they're not going to stay on there for long anyway. Then, let's see. The engine we have, I mean, it just had the rod bearings done. Upper radiator hose I believe is new. The engine covers on both sides are kind of peeling, but not really bad. The previous owner did go through and spray a bunch of that crap on here that makes it like shiny, and like right here you can kind of see it. That's like, it's like Armor All stuff, and it's just the worst. So I'm gonna have to go through and do a full detail on that. But besides that, it's stock. Besides the cats being removed, it's a stock car, which one owner stock car I'm so stoked with, because if this would have had 173,000 miles but been completely modded out, I wouldn't have bought it. I just wouldn't have. But the fact that it's one owner, had all the regular maintenance on the Carfax, I mean, you just can't go wrong with that. And then the trunk, there's nothing exciting going on back here, just a regular old trunk. I mean, honestly, it's in great shape for being a 2008 and having 173,000 miles. None of the things besides the rod bearings and the blower motor, those are the rod bearings were a must, 100% must. The blower motor is going to be annoying, and I'll need to replace that, I'm sure, at some point. Beyond that, the things that I've named are, I mean, for just over 10 grand, guys, the amount of car you get, it's insane. I mean, so I am jacked with this. When I drive, it does need an alignment, that is clear. But again, the car has higher mileage, and I'm gonna be getting new wheels, tires, and oh, I do have brakes on order because these are low, but they're not horrible. They still feel great. So besides all that, an alignment, I mean, just stuff you would normally do when you're gonna get a car ready to track anyway. This is amazing. It's a smoking deal. I wanted to finish the S2000, and I had planned on finishing the S2000 before doing anything else, but when a deal like this pops up, I mean, I'll get content out of this and just keep it stock for a while I finish my other projects and continue to build the E36. And this may not grow, or this may not be modded quickly, but it's a good car to have on the channel, and it'll be amazing once I get to modifying it. There's just a few things I have to do. I have to finish before. Priorities, right? I'm neck deep in the S2000, and I want to finish that. I have to finish that. So this will be one of the next builds for sure. And I still am doing stuff to the E36. I really want to see. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think would win? Do you think this or my S54 swapped E36? Keep in mind, the E36, she's not light. She's clocking in at like 3,300 pounds. So it's a heavy car. And I've read that you can actually, if you strip this, I've read you can get this actually down to below 3,000 pounds. So I don't know, do I strip it? This is what I was saying last video. Do I strip it, make it a race car, full race, cage, everything? I just don't know. It's such a clean car, and I love the color of it. There's a lot we can do to this. And these things, this is one of the best looking model year M3s in my opinion. This is such a sick model. This is such a sick body. And the fact that it has a V8, and a V8's on the channel now, God, I'm stoked. So, if you're new to the channel, guys, smash that subscribe, because I have a ton of stuff coming up. We have a Turner Motorsport carbon intake with the E36. That will be here hopefully soon, but I think it might be a little delay. I have the S2, which should be running this week now that all the parts are, well, the one remaining part I need is coming in tomorrow. So that should be up and running. And then I'm thinking about doing some interior changes to the E36. Some really, really sick Recaro upgrades. So if you're new to the channel, guys, smash that subscribe. I got a ton of stuff coming up. And then this, I mean, she's on the agenda to build. It's just gonna take me a little time to build all the other projects I have, but I'm not gonna forget about her, and we're gonna have a ton of fun with her stock. So, smash that subscribe, guys, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.